Strikes hit Russian infrastructure. Trump spoke about Iran and Greenland. Putin remains silent. Russian propagandists came out with new predictions. My name is Albina Pidhirnyak. More news coming up. Overnight in Rostov, fuel tanks at the Ampils plant were attacked. The fire is getting bigger. Russia's defense minister said it supposedly stopped 48 Ukrainian drones.
These explosions were not heard. I take my words back. Maybe that's enough?
A what? Over there. Happening? She's flying here.
Она сюда летит.
In the Kharkiv region, rescuers put out fires caused by Russian drone strikes. The attacks led to 4 separate fires. In Kyiv and the surrounding regions, the situation is extremely difficult because of Russian attacks. Rescues showed how they are helping people survive without electricity, heat, and in some places without water. Russians continue to justify the apocalypse they have created in Ukraine. On his TV show, Lavrov threatened another strike with Oreshnik.
It is wonderful that we are striking with the Oreshnik as retaliation for the attack on the residence of our Supreme Commander-in-Chief. Just explain to me, why does this Hazel strike fall somewhere in the Lviv region? To have a psychological impact? Or you can have one Hazel there and one to destroy the residence of the Ukrainian main terrorist. Well, if we are talking about retaliation, can we act in this way? Extremely tough.
While Putin remains silent, Lavrov made a statement. He commented on the operation in Venezuela.
Our principled assessments of the illegal operation carried out by the United States remain valid. They are shared by the overwhelming majority of the world's majority states, the countries of the Global South, the Global East. Only Western Europeans and other allies of Washington are so bashfully trying to avoid principled assessments, although everyone understands that this is a gross violation of international law. On the whole, this shows that other actions that we are witnessing in the international arena testify not even to an attempt, but to the policy of our American colleagues to break the entire system that has been created for many years with their direct participation. I am referring not only to the structures of the United Nations, but also to the principles of the globalization model, which the United States introduced, appealing to such slogans as freedom of market forces, fair competition, inviolability of property and many, many other things that have now gone down the drain, as they say. And instead of globalization, we are witnessing the fragmentation of the world economy.
Trump told protesters in Iran not to give up when the journalists asked if the US would send troops. He didn't give a clear answer.
You said to Iran this morning that help is on the way for protesters. What did you mean by that? What kind of help?
You're going to have to figure that one out. I'm sorry.
Sure that U.S. airstrikes, if it comes to that, will have the result of protecting the protesters?
Well, you never know, do you? You never know.
Do you think it's
So far, my track record's been excellent, but you never know.
Do you think it's going to be something kinetic like that, or more like cyber? Or
Well, I can't tell you that. I know exactly what it would be. We have to make a decision, but I can't be obviously.
So are you committing not to sending U.S. troops into Iran?
Why would I tell you that? Why would I?
Mr. President,
I don't talk about military strategy with a reporter, you know, even though I do like the Financial Times.
Meanwhile, Trump's position on Greenland is clear. He said he doesn't care that Greenland is against joining the United States.
The premier of Greenland said today, we prefer to stay with Denmark. Do you see that as the
Who
final
said
word?
that?
The premier of Greenland.
Well, that's their problem. That's their problem. I disagree with him. I don't know who he is, don't know anything about him, but that's going to be a big problem for him.
Rescue showed how they evacuate people from dangerous areas. In the Zaporizhzhia region, 11 people were taken out from shelling, including 4 children aged from 3 to 12.
We lived in Mykilsky, Zaporizhzhia region. We left because it flew to us on the 6th. The house was destroyed. No, there was nothing left. Thank God that all living children were not injured. Well, we left because we have nowhere to live, and there, well, it is very impossible to live, because a lot is already coming.
Dangerous.
Everyone left almost with children. We remained, and so did we. Well, we were helped to leave. Thank you for helping me leave, because there was nothing to leave, well, to leave. We don't have transport there, it doesn't run. I want to live. The life of children is more important than sitting here and waiting until. Well, thank you for helping us get out.
Once again, parents with children were evacuated. 2 families were taken to our hub. They gave them to social security workers, where they will continue to register and then go, to Ukraine, where they decide. Rescuers are calling for evacuation from places, frontline places where there is danger, especially those with children, as soon as possible and as soon as possible.
The most important thing is that you don't.
Hello, hello. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Safe and sound, because it is very inconvenient there. The work has already been broken, there is nowhere to do it. Things are very bad in our village.
We thank our rescuers.
Yes, we are very grateful to the rescuers.
I worked in medicine, they also broke it. Now there is nothing left. People are already leaving from the thaw, so there is little good. Cabs, MLRS,
Shah just got to my boss's house. The man was burned alive. I will go to the child, I don't know, Chernihiv region. In my parents' house, it is very, very difficult to give up everything. Let them burn in hell. How tired they are already.
Well, we lived for 4 years until the last one, until on the 6th day the kabam came to us, and we lived just in the center. More than once, our windows have been blown out, and the ceiling has all cracked. We have only made repairs, and everything is in vain. No, after it arrives, we leave for the second village. We wait until the alarm ends, then we return. It's scary, of course, to sleep, well.
Evacuation from the settlements of the Polohy district continues. Well, employees of the Polohy district sector evacuated 11 people today, including 4 children, 2 teenagers, and an adult population. In general, people warn, but sometimes there are cases that we come to the village for one family and go out into the street, asking that, as it happened today. For example, it happened that they asked us to come, bring one family and then return again to the same village for another family. The approach of the front, as the line of contact is getting closer and closer. The villages that used to be lived there by more than 1,000 people in these villages, now there are up to 7 people left there. Rescuers emphasize that it is necessary to leave and evacuate to safer places of residence. Take care of yourself, your family, do not put yourself in danger.
Dear viewer, thank you for watching this video. Please like and leave a comment. I really appreciate your support. Glory to Ukraine.